Guys, it's your girl T, and I want to go ahead and shout out VH1 Access. So a lot of people have been talking about the whole Todd and Kandi situation, and let me first start by saying this. I haven't been doing any Real Housewives recaps or any Love and Hip Hop recaps because where I've been staying for the past month in LA, I don't have a TV, I'm not able to live tweet, I'm not able to watch it live, so I'm not able to live tweet, and I just gotten real busy out here, and doing the recaps take a lot of work, it takes a lot of time, so I just haven't been able to do it, but I was able to catch up on the show this weekend. So I did watch all of the episodes of Real Housewives of Atlanta and Love and Hip Hop and Love and Hip Hop New York. So I was able to get all up to date on all the foolishness and ratchetness. I've been noticing that Todd and Kandi have been all over the blogs lately. Just yesterday, the blogs were saying that Kandi is coming out and she's saying that she regrets putting out her business out there on the blogs, and she regrets putting out her business out there on television. Because as we all know, last week she was telling Carmen out her business about how her and Todd weren't sleeping together like that no more. You know, she's scared maybe that he's cheating on her, and she was saying a lot of stuff that she really shouldn't be telling her friend Carmen on national television in front of the world. And then I also didn't like the fact that she allowed Don Juan and all her staff to clown and disrespect Todd. It seems like Kandi's a little bit too okay with her mom and her friends constantly disrespecting her husband, and I think the shit's getting ready to hit the fan. Basically, all the blogs are stating today that Kandi is looking to go to marriage counseling with Todd, and that Todd ends up kind of going off on her and telling her that he doesn't want to go to marriage counseling, and the reason why he's not sleeping with her like that is because she wears these ugly bonnets to bed. And then he also proceeded to tell Kandi that she's no Rihanna and that no man could get it up looking at Kandi with a bonnet in her head. So Kandi, of course, catches feelings. You know, she feels kind of bad in the little clip that I watched. And she basically says, well, you know what? I understand that Rihanna's hot and everything, but he's no Idris Elba himself. So who is he to talk about me? Now, I remember a while ago in one of my recaps when Kandi went to New York to go see Todd. And I was so surprised how Kandi didn't know anything about where he grew up. She didn't know anything about his neighborhood. You know, it's like she had never went to New York before this. So like I said in that video, this shows me that they got married way too fast. They didn't know each other. It seems like Todd got married to Kandi because of what she could provide for him. Not only financially per se, but because now people know Todd. Before nobody knew him. Now he's working on all these big projects. He was a producer of Regine's Sweet 16. And then he's also the producers of one of those R&B, you know, reality TV shows, the ones with Countess Vaughn. He was a producer on that as well. So, you know, being with Kandi has definitely given him a lot of connections in the industry, has definitely opened him to new jobs and things like that. Not saying that he wasn't getting work before, but he's definitely getting a lot more work now. For me, they've only been married a year, and it seems like they're having a lot of issues in their relationship, and especially being that the sex has already dwindled, and they went from having sex at least once a week to now it's like once every few weeks. That's not normal for a newlywed couple. Granted, he works out of town a lot, but they have enough money where she can fly out there, you know what I'm saying, and put it on him, or he can fly out to her and put it on her. It's not like they're broke and they're struggling. They can fly back and forth. She can go out of town and hang with him for a few days. So I just think it's kind of sad that they're going through all this, but to be honest with you, I don't think he's attracted to Kandi. I just don't think he is. I feel like, one, Kandi has gained a lot of weight since they've gotten married. She has put on a lot of weight because she's always talking about trying to lose weight and trying to get back in shape. But I don't know if you guys have noticed, and I noticed this watching the episodes this weekend, it seems like Todd kind of has an eye for Porsha. And I remember when they were interviewing the husbands during the reunion show, when they said, if you weren't married to your wife, which one of the housewives would you be married to? And he was like, Porsha, Porsha, Porsha. And it just seemed like Todd was just way too excited. If that was me, I would feel some type of way, like, well, damn, you know, you was real excited, you know, screaming Porsha's name. Are you trying to be with Porsha? Like, what the hell? It seems like he's more attracted to Porsha and women who are shaped like Porsha, and that's probably because he's such a small man, because Todd is really short. He's only like 5'6". He's itty bitty. So I don't know. I don't understand what's going on with their sex life, but I do feel like a lot of things need to be kept off camera. And I also feel like him making that Rihanna statement, saying, you know, not trying to blame her bonnet, I feel like he's using that as an excuse. It's like he's trying to find any reason not to be with her, not to really have sex with her. I don't know no guy who's going to trip off with a girl wearing a bonnet to bed. You know, I just think that that's silly. And I feel like Kandi talks all that freaky deaky shit, all the, you know, the bedroom Kandi talk. I feel like she talks about that so much, but in the bedroom she's probably not doing all the stuff that she keeps bragging about on camera, because if she was, there's no way in hell he would go weeks without having sex with his wife. I also feel like while it was disrespectful to say that she's no Rihanna, because at the end of the day, he knew that she wasn't a Rihanna. He knew that she was a Kandi. He knew her body shape. He knew her body type. And I'm sure that he also knew that she wore bonnets to bed, you know, point blank. You know, not everybody wants their hair hair just all over their head. You know, when I go to bed, I put on a silk do-rag. Y'all done see my do-rag so many times on Instagram. I put my hair up in 2 pigtails and I wrap it up, and I put my hair up in a do-rag. And if a guy feels some type of way about that, then, you know, that's his own problem. I'm not going to entertain foolishness. Now, I also have a satin pillowcase, you know, for the times I really want to be sexy and let my hair down. I can sleep in my satin pillowcase. But sometimes you don't want your hair just wild and all over the place, you know. So, I mean, I guess it just depends. But again, I also feel like that's kind of an excuse, the whole bonnet thing. I feel like deep down inside, Todd kind of regrets being with Kandi because of how Kandi allows her mama and her friends to disrespect him. Like I've always said, a man is only going to put up with so much, and I think that Todd is now officially at his wit's end with Kandi, and he's just trying to find any excuse, you know what I'm saying? He's just trying to find any excuse to blame her. I feel like he doesn't want to be with her, you know, and if they end up breaking up, I can just see Mama Joy celebrating and telling Kandi, I told you so. You know, so the whole situation is really, really sad. It's going to be really interesting to see how this plays out on March 1st. So anyways, go ahead and leave a comment. Let me know your thoughts on this entire crazy situation. That's once again concerning Todd and Kandi. Do you feel like their marriage is on the rocks and they may break up soon? Or do you feel like they just hit a stumbling block and they'll be okay? And then how do you feel about Todd's comments about not only Porsha, but now also saying that Kandi's no Rihanna? Do you feel like he's being really disrespectful when he said that to Kandi? And do you feel like he's using this bonnet as an excuse for why he's not attracted to Kandi or why he doesn't want to be with Kandi, as opposed to telling Kandi the real reason, which I believe is because of the whole Mama Joyce fiasco and because of how Kandi's friends treat him? So let's go ahead and get the discussion popping. Leave a comment. Let me know your thoughts. All right. Deuces.